Greetings, friends of the YouTubes. It is I, Duhad, your host, but not your GM, because guess who's back? It's Belial as the GM of Major 3, the King's Highway.
Howdy. How is everyone today?
They can't hear you, or they can't respond because they're watching on YouTube, and they'll be hearing this in the future.
Just say to your smartphone or tablet device or computer.
I imagine they're watching.
Just yell out loud at the top of your lungs how good you are, or terrible you are.
Yeah, do it loud enough that people think you're weird. Anyway, we're back, Major 3, woo woo! We're also kind of on a time crunch, so right now me and Winter are the only two players currently here, though Kit and Zombie should be arriving, hopefully momentarily. So we're just kind of hitting the ground running as we jump back into our long beloved, well regarded story of the Majors, and to kick it off, let's go through our normal ritual that we haven't done in a very long time now, and actually introduce our characters and their quirks and their stuff. So I'll go first because I'm basically just hosting the whole thing. So and I'm already talking, so might as well keep up with the momentum. So I'm playing MCA. She's that pretty lady right in the front of the image with the purple hair. Her high concept is that she is a burgeoning two-fisted people's hero. Her trouble, though, is that she still has enemies everywhere due to her various, run-ins with every major organization under the sun, who mostly all, kind of don't like her so much no more. Her aspects are that there's always another way. She refuses to kill if at all possible. She's a former Order agent, though that is, quickly becoming, that former part is really getting underlined. She believes that the truth is out there and will do whatever it takes to find it. Her ultimate goal is to bring down the big guys. She has a soft spot for family tragedy, which has brought her closer with Sunny, aka Fran. And she's, speaking of which, Fran's student and protector. And as of the last session where we got a little bit of upgrading points and got to shift things around a little bit, she's now changed a bit in her approach, so that she is now not very quick, still, a little careful, a little sneaky, pretty clever, and really flashy and forceful. And so then let's kick it over to Edward.
Hey everyone, I'll be playing Edward, the disgraced hero trying to find himself. Though he still has issues with friends like these. He is no longer the law's greatest defender, he is now the law's... I don't know why I want to put a V in there. He is a law-abiding fugitive. He has been through quite some shit.
The law's greatest fugitive.
He leaves no stone unturned. He still hates his attraction to those damn green eyes. The truth will hopefully set him free, and he is the suit's most wanted.
Just fucking got home.
Hey! Hey!
Speaking of just getting fucking home, hey, it's Kit. Awesome, cool name.
And Zombie.
Wow.
Is Zombie actually in the?
He's in the call.
No, he's been in the call this whole time.
No, he left.
He left
the call while he went to take a shower.
Oh. Well, in that case, hey, it's the other two players, literally just in time to do introductions, because we're kind of, as I said before, we're in a time crunch. We don't have a ton of time.
By the way, so Lee, get on about the thingamabobber, about reading their stuff.
Hold on a second while I bring up the file. Like I said, I literally just got here.
I was going to say, Zombie, why don't you go first, because you presumably have actually had an opportunity to open your character sheet already.
Malvolio is an ambitious hero seeking to make the world a better place. He is physically crippled and physically ill. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He knows that they know that he knows that they know. He's got his friends back. He doesn't break his promises. He is a sex magnet. and he is sister seeking.
Anyway, let's
Good.
quickly put that camera back up. So,
Did you get the opportunity, Lee, or?
To go ahead and mess around with the concepts? Yes, as a matter of fact, I did somewhat.
No.
Which means that the Shaw siblings' fugitive kung fu action paranormal paralegal now doesn't know if they're a hero, but they used to play one on the silver screen. The big things are coming for them, and they say bring it on. They're a disgrace to their family, but their siblings love them. They're still always ready to pour one out for our civil rights. They are what they are. They'll handle things with a pair of tongs. They remain the master and frequent student of the Shaw family martial arts, and they try and be a good man.
Good. Now, as the last one, we're going to describe Sunny or Fran or whatever alias.
just call her Fran. Everyone knows it's Fran. Like, well, okay, not in character yet, but everyone in the audience knows it's Fran.
Hey, audience. Okay.
We're not doing this again.
Wow, dude, that's rude. Rude boy.
Let's
I'm trying to keep the speed up.
Rolling.
I was stalling for time.
Okay.
Okay. So her high concept is she's a redemption-seeking blue sky agent. Her trouble is I've done things I regret. Her aspects are loyal friend, pines for lost brother, eidetic memory, I know you're lying, I'm just being nice, the kindness of strangers, what's legal and what's right, and secret methods. And since last time, she added a bit more into, I believe, flashy. I think that's what it was. So, yeah. So, everyone, I hope you're ready to go dungeon crawling.
Oh boy.
So, the last time our heroes, or fugitives,
Our characters.
They can be
Our-
both.
protagonists,
Schmucks.
our protagonists were briefly arrested by the U.S. government, or the suits, more specifically, and found a way to escape by using the magic power of boners. Now, without an RV and without, much of anything, to be honest, including Fran's laptop, you made your way over to actually get food in order to meet with your contact Adam, only to be met with a sudden case of the fall asleepies. And so now we're going to begin. So, I want to know what order everyone would be waking up in. So all of you roll me a... What are...
Careful, clever, flashy, forceful, quick, and sneaky.
Okay,
They're probably
roll
quick.
me-
Like,
okay, quick. Yeah,
Aliens involving
yeah.
speed is quick.
roll me quick, and we'll go by that order on who wakes up first.
Okie dokie. Given that we went to sleep from what appeared to be a drug and my liver is well seasoned, do I get a bonus?
Okay, so that's 2d6 is for shit and fate.
46.
46,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Remember the fudge dice.
Fudge dice.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so that's going to be a total of fuck me.
Just type it in all in the chat
Yeah.
for me. For me to relish in your numbers. Oh my.
Yeah, I got
yeah.
I got 2 6s, but a 1, and I have a 0 in quick. So
Oh boy. I would find it really funny if all of you woke up
At the same time, just at the lowest possible.
Yeah, that would have been
Okie dokie.
hilarious.
So I have a 2 plus whatever bonus that you possess that Lee should have for being an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
are we being like, were we drugged or were we psychically like knocked out? Because I thought we were psychically knocked out.
Little bit of both, but ultimately it doesn't actually matter.
Okay.
This just is so that I can get just describe the scene better.
Yeah.
Zombie, what is...
I've
what is-
forgotten how this system works.
Roll
so you
46.
roll- roll 46.
5 and 6 are +1, 1 and 2 are -1, 3 and 4 are nothing, and then you add your approach.
And then, if you compel an aspect, you can get a +2, and if you...
If you spend a fate,
Yeah.
if you spend a fate point, you can
get
compel
a
an
+2,
action.
or if you use... if it applies to a
Total
stun,
of 3.
then
I've
you
got
can
2
get-
5s and a 6.
Mhm.
2 5s, a 6, and a 3.
Okay, so
Okay, in the chat.
That's a +3.
yeah, +3
3.
total. Do you, what's your quick?
0.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. You still got higher than anyone else.
Wow, so the cripple is gonna wake up first.
Hey, that's rude to people
Okay,
with disabilities.
I'm so sorry, everyone. But we have established that he is very weak and physically and all that, and health wise. So it is kind of surprising that he would be the first. But regardless, so Malvolio, you wake up, and the bed underneath you. Well, first of all, it's kind of surprising that you're in a bed to begin with, but the bed underneath you feels very uncomfortable. It feels like someone put a slab of wood and then slapped a bunch of bedding onto it. Very dry and itchy bedding. Now, if you look around you, you may see that the inside of this place that you're in is very wooden and very old looking. Bits of sunlight are peeking through the cracks in the wooden walls and all that. And looking around, you can see everyone else in bed. Now, Lee is starting to wake up too, and you see it's the same thing.
Never
Am I
get
bound to the bed?
pineapple on pizza.
Hold on, are you tied to the bed?
No, you are not.
Okay, Lee is gonna go ahead and swing his legs over the edge of the bed and
I
look
can't
over.
remember if I had Malvolio want pineapple or not. So
I'm gonna say he did because he's that type of crazy man.
What an absolute mad lad. Okay, well, okay, I guess you're just not going to do
Yeah, I mean, Lee is gonna be looking around the room that they're in.
anything.
I assume that we're all on separate beds, yes?
Yeah, you're on separate beds. You're not all in a weird communal pile. That'd be really awkward. But you do notice the beds
I
are made
don't know
of
these
straw.
things.
Yeah, you do realize the beds are made of straw and are essentially what I described of wooden slabs with straw slapped on top and some pillows.
What does the room look like?
It looks like it looks kind of like the inside of a barn, although a little nicer. It doesn't have animal shit everywhere, but
But like rough wood kind of thing.
It looks like the what is it? The upper stairs, like guest bedroom. In those orphan films or whatever that took place in the 1920s or whatever, like Annie. It's like that sort of thing, except all wood and shittier beds.
Okay. Lee is gonna stand up, mutter something about the hard knock life, and go to check on whoever's closest to him, and still just.
Yeah, you end up checking up on MCA, whose eyes shut, shut open, and you see a silhouette of a man standing over you.
Punk ass bitches.
Is that any way to greet your friends?
I mean, depends, but in this case, no. It gets up
Come on,
and
get up.
What the hell? God damn it!
And
Again with this shit.
Edward has a bit of a headache.
MCA looks over to see if Fran's okay.
She seems to be still asleep for now. Although she doesn't seem to be in REM or anything, so she might be waking up here soon too.
I walk over and shake her awake.
Quick question: is there a wheelchair in the room?
No, there is not.
Ah, hell's bells. All right, wake up, Sleeping Beauty. You gotta take care of your buddy, your little boyfriend.
Lee is going to look over at MCA. If he doesn't get up sooner, are you going to slap him or am I?
Yeah, you can do it. I don't want to break anything.
Oh, so you want to put the breaking on me?
Yeah, I figure you might be a little bit more sensitive when it comes to the law's greatest defender over there.
Where?
Wakey, Edward.
I'm fine.
Give me
Come
5
on,
more
rise
minutes.
and shine. No time for 5 more minutes. Lee walks over and presses a couple of pressure points.
All right. I'm.
Yeah, Malvolio,
You're worse
you know.
than my mom.
Malvolio has shifted himself into a sitting position on the bed, and is just watching everyone have fun getting each other out of bed and stuff.
Yeah, Mal, you know anything about this place? You seem pretty unconcerned.
Not particularly. It's a pretty disgusting room,
Yeah, it is, isn't it? You want some fresh air?
and I'd rather not have to spend any more time here than.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Think of the wonderful collection of splinters that you can acquire here.
MZA just walks over to one of the walls and starts punching a hole in it.
There is a window.
You heard me. MCA walks over to one of the walls and starts punching a hole in it.
Okay, you're punching. Use force.
I mean, I'm also using my stand, obviously, to just start breaking it down.
You're just breaking a wall open.
I guess that's one way to get out.
+5.
Okay, yeah, you definitely do that. With a couple of hits, though, the wall is thoroughly open.
I look outside.
Outside it appears to be snowing. You seem to be in what appears to be a old-timey medieval village.
Oh, hell, we got drugged and dropped in Eastern Europe again.
Yeah. Hold on, I have a description of this place that's a bit better than
I
what
guess that means we're out of the race, because we went all back.
You say that.
Well, I mean, if we're in Eastern Europe.
Actually, on that, at Edward saying that, Lee checks to see if they still have their notes.
You don't. You actually don't have any.
Oh, no, we had the one we started with.
You had 7, yeah. No, you took, I think...
We took the one guy, the water guys.
Yeah.
Right.
And you also have Elaine, so I guess you came out with a net positive.
Well, I imagine she probably kept her own note. I don't see her as the sharing type.
I have no idea. Well, we'll see.
I don't see her as the noticing pickpocketing type.
Fair point. Wait, here's a thief? No, okay, fair question.
When you go, who here's a thief? And everyone
raised
is
their
like,
hand. Yo.
Well, you see, I found this pair of barbecue tongs, and I figured I'd go ahead and handle the note with them.
Actually, to be fair, Edward wouldn't be because he's the law's greatest defender, but everybody else is just like, yo.
Everyone is a spy. So regardless,
I'm a paralegal.
The air smells cleaner than what you're used to. I mean, then again, you in your mind you're like, well, this is Eastern Europe. I mean, I'm surprised it's not like Britain, pollution city.
Yeah. What happens here is MCA takes a big deep breath of this clean, fresh air. Goes, my God, the air here is so fresh and clean. It's like a cleanse for my lungs. And she pulls out a cigarette and takes a deep.
You hate it, don't you?
It's terrible.
Is there actually a door?
Yeah.
Is it locked?
No.
Oh no, zombies
Okay.
gone.
Now he's dead. Oh no, Malvolio had a heart attack. No,
No!
Malvolio fell back asleep. No, the door is fine.
Alright.
It's not locked or anything.
Fuck that noise.
Also,
How's the exterior wall?
the exterior wall? What do you mean?
Is it cobblestone? Is it like...
Yeah, it's cobblestone.
I'm gonna climb down it.
You're
No. We gotta get a higher vantage point first. Grabbing the roof and acrobatic flipping up onto it.
Oh my god. Okay, roll each of your individual things.
Alright.
Okay, that's going to be a +3.
Wow.
Oh boy, let's completely split the party.
For the record, that was a -1 on the dice, but, flashy.
0 total, because I'm assuming this is going to be a careful roll to try and climb something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so total of 0.
With Lee, it was going to be flashy, but yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you crawl out of the window in heavy quotation marks, and you start making your way down the side of the building. The footholds are not particularly great, especially since there seems to be at least something in between them. Not very good, but so those footfalls are very small. But you do eventually make your way down. As for Lee, you do swing yourself on, and there's a loud, pounding noise, and and you can hear that there might be a bit of a splinter of one of the boards. I almost said floorboards, but I guess ceiling boards. As you land on the roof with a thud.
Shoddy workmanship. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the other side of town.
Okay. It seems about the same. The town that you're in is very medieval. People are walking around covered in garb, leading around animals. And surrounded are tree after tree after tree, just everywhere. The snowflakes don't feel cold as they hit your skin. This goes for MCA as well.
Yeah.
If those of you inside,
the same clothing.
Oh yes, you are.
The same clothing. Okay.
Yeah.
I call up to the others and say, "Hey, Sleeping Beauty, touch on your boyfriend. I'll catch him."
Okay. Oh boy. Napoleon?
Yes.
You might want to hold on for a bit. And she lifts underneath him. How light is Malvolio, by the way?
Very.
Okay, so it didn't take much effort. So I imagine he puts his arms around her neck or something in order to do that. And then she goes over to the window and hangs him out and goes, "Okay, you have to trust me.
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry.
MCA is going to catch you."
If we had some metal, I could just lower him down.
Shut up, Edward.
By the way, he's just trying to spot the entire time, just because he's paranoid.
What do you mean spot?
Walk next to with their arm out in case he's dropped.
Okay.
Malvolio says, "Of course I trust you. It's not like you've ever lied to me before, right?"
She smiles as she drops him.
Long live the queen. Okay, what do you want to call this? Careful, clever, flashy, quick, forceful?
I imagine, okay, well, describe how you would do it. How MC.
I'm imagining she's trying to be careful because she's trying to prevent him from hitting the ground and smashing to little pieces.
And Malvolio, you can roll 2 to help with this if you'd like, in order, to basically prevent it.
Yeah, just to prevent Zombie from accidentally getting smashed in the first episode, I'm going to also use friend student. I'm going to use a action point, a fate point, to call on friend, student, and protector, and basically go. Me and her have been training together for a little bit now, and I'm starting to kind of get. MCA is getting a little bit of a, she's getting used to how Fran does things. So she actually, this whole tossing someone down from the top of the tower to her is actually like she's got a little experience with this kind of deal, so it's going to be a little easier than otherwise might have been.
No, right?
I didn't need to because I rolled really well. Probably, anyway. Okay, well, that's a 4 and a 3, so that's not as well. But still, it's still a total of +3 plus 2 is 5.
Nice. All right.
8.
Oh, nice. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, you catch him flawlessly. He flutters down into your hands.
It's like the Princess Bride scene.
Yeah, it's a Princess Bride scene where he flutters down in his hands and he gives you a quick wink. As he lands.
Don't worry, I got you.
Yeah. Now, Edward, you have a Chinese man on the roof who, and you can hear every footstep he makes. You have the love of your life was just thrown out of the hole in the wall. And you're now here with Fran, with Sonny.
He's just gonna open the door and make sure no one's in as he tries to go downstairs like a normal person.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I imagine MCA is going to let Malvolio down as
Fran prepares to jump.
Fran prepares to jump.
Yeah.
Well, as she does that, Malvolio says, "Thanks for that, MCA," and gives her a wink. And wow, MCA has never noticed before just how.
Yeah, you can offer me a compel there, my man, but
yeah, I'm gonna tell you with set
yeah, no, MCA is going to decline that one.
Okay, I will take an extra.
No, but
we don't need
we were
more.
saying before that because this is one of your aspects, not one of my aspects. You can offer it, but you don't get I won't lose a point, and you won't gain a point if I refuse.
Okay.
Yeah, but MCA likes Malvolio, but not in that way. But she kind of looks at you like a little bit weird, like, yeah, okay, just sit here, buddy.
So MCA has how many refresh?
She has 3 refresh to start with, so she's just used 1, so she's down to 2.
Did you already use a fate point to compel an aspect?
Yes,
exactly.
I was using
that means
fate
you're down to
point.
1. Oh.
No, I started with 3, now I'm down to 2 because I just used 1 for the aspect I compelled.
The cancellation is one of zombies, so it can be offered, but it does not punish her.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is because we agreed on this before because technically the aspects are only supposed to affect yourself. But since Sex Magnet it's both funny and a little bit appropriate to affect other people, we decided just to make it fair that it would be kind of a thing where he could offer to other people, but it wouldn't actually be penalized if they didn't take it.
Okay, yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah, if someone compels him with Sex Magnet, then he'd lose a point if he didn't take it because it's his aspect. But
yeah, no, that makes sense. So, Lee, you're on this thin roof.
Yep.
You've just gotten a good, nice aerial view of the village.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a hay cart about, and is there a bird flying in the sky?
God damn it.
God do it.
Yes.
Okay, now that I have climbed to a high vantage
point
to fill out my map, it is time for the classic leap of faith.
Now, I'm going to tell you right now. Oh, okay. Well, all right. Yeah, good. Roll flashy.
Yeah. To keep myself from injuring myself in this fall, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be a +9.
Yeah,
I hate it when he does that.
Make that a +12 as you hear Malvolio call out. You can do it!
Yeah, so
okay, this is just
+3 on the dice, +4 for flashy, and then +2 for roll with it.
Jesus Christ. Alright, so you flawlessly do it. You don't get injured at all.
And roll straight out of the hay cart into a bat.
Now, something you notice is the hay was a bit soft. In fact, it looks like cotton, or, the snow that's been piling up all over your clothes.
You said there's, from where I was, you said that there's, trees all around this place, right?
Yes.
Any hills or anything?
Yes, there's a few mountains in the distance.
Okay.
I like the sound of music.
In fact, it seemed from your vantage point and what you can see now, the snow, or well, I guess now you know, the pollen seems to be coming from one of the mountains. Yeah.
Yeah.
And on that, we're going to switch over to Edward, who decided to make the most reasonable human being decision and head down the stairs.
All right. But by the way, when Fran jumped, can we just assume that she got down safely?
Yeah. We already.
We didn't actually roll for it, but
Yeah, I'm gonna just assume that you made the roll. I'm gonna use the same roll that you did before, and then just
That's
go.
fair, yeah. Okay, so yeah, go down that staircase, Ed.
Yeah, and you're in a tavern. You're in a tavern. You're in what looks to be like an old timey tavern. There's a couple of older people playing bridge, wearing weird like robish like potato sack stuff on their body.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's kind of empty. There's there's it's just a guy that looks like a sleazy businessman, just sitting at a counter.
He walks up. God damn it! This feels like fucking regular D&D. He walks up to the bartender. He's like, "What's the name of this place?" I'm sorry, I probably drank too much.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I see. You see, this place is called the Brew Pit.
The Brew Pit.
The Brew Pit.
All right. And what town is this?
Oh, well, this is the Garden Oasis.
I don't know. Okay. I will thank you for your assistance. He's just kind of really weirded out, so he just starts to walk towards the door.
I recommend you either check out the local tavern or the medical man.
Isn't this the local tavern?
No,
Okay.
this is an inn.
Well, good meeting ya. He walks out the door to try to reunite.
Was
The
anyone
party.
helping Malvolio? Because MCA put him down, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that, like once she caught Fran, she probably picks him back up again, since I don't think she would want him sitting around in the snow, at least unless he wants to be put somewhere specifically.
Yeah, there is quite a bit of pollen coming down from the sky. Yeah. And you all get that feeling. And Edward, you make your way and you see everyone at the bottom. Lee comes walking around from the back of the building, covered in pollen. Yeah, and even though you thought this was snow up to this point, you do notice, all of you probably make the assumption after you realize none of it is making the weird crunchy noise that normal snow makes, and it's not cold, and it's weird and soft and fluffy, and it gets everywhere, and, it's pollen. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so he announces to the rest of them, okay, so we're in the Royal Garden? I'm not sure if I'm right on.
Garden Oasis is the name.
Wow, I was really
Good
far.
job.
Wow, my memory is shit. So we're in the Garden of the Oasis.
So you need to take a right. If you don't take a right, you will die. And then he goes, all right. And then like 5 minutes later, he walks to the left.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's just a me thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway.
King's Quest.
How did we get
Are we
here?
still in the inn, or?
Well, you are
Everyone is.
outside.
Okay, well, Malvolio wants to sit down and play bridge with the older gentleman.
You don't know about it.
Yeah, you don't really know about him. Up
Edward,
until
was
this
there
point.
anyone in there? Any older gentlemen playing bridge?
Well, now that you say that, yes.
Just like the prophecy foretold.
Well, where are we?
The Garden of the Oasis, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Collins Central, apparently.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah,
How'd we get here?
hell if I know.
Are there any people on the street?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of people. All of them seem to be covered in potato sack clothing, or in what looks to be modern clothing, but fairly worn out. Like like as if someone had been wearing it and rewashing it over and over again over the course of a couple of weeks. And then they all seem to be wearing jackets, or like something to cover their skin bits.
Yeah.
Were those all the questions you asked them, Edward?
That's the brew pit. I didn't really ask any questions as I didn't want to lose all of you. You went off somewhere else.
Excuse me, sir. Sir! Malvolio's going to call someone down.
I imagine you are dragging yourself towards the door and knocking on the wall.
No,
I'm
MCA.
carrying- yeah, I'm
MCA.
carrying.
Oh yeah,
So
MC
she's
carries
just shouting
it.
from her back,
Yeah.
trying to get someone off the street to come talk to them.
This is a very Hodor situation going on right now.
Yeah, a man who seems to be wearing a billionaire suit and looks vaguely familiar. Comes up. What do you want?
A billionaire suit? Hold on, what does that mean?
He
It's a
looks
suit made of
very.
money.
Totally. He's wearing a suit that looks very fucking rich person-y, but he is wearing a potato sack sort of. I keep saying potato sack. He's wearing a cloth garb over his body as if it's a poncho or something, and you can see loads of pollen on top of it. What do you
said
want?
He looks familiar. Can I roll a clever to try and remember him?
Totally. Yeah, totally. Go ahead. And then if anyone else wants to.
Hell
as
yeah!
well.
In fact, actually, I want to know if if I recognize him from any of the old order files that I've perused. So, well, done with that fucking roll, I won't.
2 for me.
Oh my god. Let's see. It's a total +1. +1 only because I managed to. I actually no, I don't. So I should be sorry. Oops, I just read something I wrote before. So -1. Yeah, I definitely have no idea who this fucker is. So in that case, I'm probably going to jump back to my first instinct, but I'll let Zombie go first since.
Yeah. Yeah. So is that all of your rolls? All of your rolls? Okay. So, MCA is trying to think through the lens of the order files, and I don't know. He doesn't look special. And same with Lee. He's thinking to himself, and he's like, I knew him from somewhere, and did you pass him in a grocery store once or something?
Well, I'd be probably thinking of potential clients and such.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you're like, I've never had a client like that. But both Malvolio and Edward reminisce upon something, and remember that he was featured at least probably a couple times on the cover of Billionaire magazine.
Golden Yacht Society magazine. The Golden
Yeah.
but
Now, taking these 3 brain cells and rubbing them together, Sonny comes to the conclusion: you were at the beginning of the race.
yeah, so here's my initial reaction, and the one I'm going to go with again, which is, I don't know this person, but he's clearly out of place, and we're in a weird mystery world, so I'm going to punch him.
Oh my god! This is D&D, everyone.
I mean, we have ins, we have everything.
So basically when they're going wait a minute, I think I know you, MCA just pulls back and punches him in the gut as hard as she can.
Okay, roll forceful. Jesus.
And this is would you consider this protecting? No, this would be protecting my friends because he's not obvious.
You aren't protecting anyone. You're assaulting a man.
Well, I mean, like basically, like if I'm in the process of defending my friends, I get a bonus. But I wouldn't say he's an active threat at the moment. So just +5.
Oh God.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
At least he gets the roll of defense.
He gets to roll a defense, but we'll see. I've been rolling pretty terribly. Okay, that's a... Okay, yeah, he takes 3 stress points.
Oh God.
That's pretty not fun.
Can I help an enemy? Or, a non-player character?
Oh yeah.
So, and I'm going to say that he takes a, what's it called? He takes a poop thing?
He
A
shits his pants.
No.
He takes like a stress consequence. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's taking 1 point of stress and a mild consequence?
That's what it would have to be.
Yeah. So after assaulting this man as hard as you can, you can tell that there's a bunch of blood staining his nice suit.
Yeah.
Horribly.
Well, that makes him fit in more.
He just shakes his head. Boy, someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I didn't think my face was that bad of a wake-up call.
Yeah,
MCA, that was completely uncalled for. Why would you just hit this pleasant man?
I don't like people who knock me unconscious, and I have a sneaking suspicion that he's responsible.
What? Dude, he's from the beginning of the race, I think.
Yeah, so he must be one of these assholes who's like competing against us. She gives him a kick in the side.
Wait. MCA, did you punch him because he's wearing modern clothes?
Yeah.
Lee is going to put his hand on your shoulder and direct you to look towards other people in the street, like all those people too.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh oops.
Victim.
Right.
You can see the man is crawling away.
Look, let me try and deal with this. I'm actually going to go ahead and check him over and see, how he may be injured.
No, girl, no. He's pushing you away, and blood is getting on your suit. And
Sir, look, I've seen plenty of this stuff when doing stunts. Let me check you.
He's kind of resisting.
Okay, if it's going to have to be that way, pressure points.
Okay.
That's going to be
Poor guy.
it's going to be a +4 to keep him from resisting. In doing this in essentially trying to take away some pain, so he will trust me.
Jesus Christ. It's fucked up. Yeah, okay, well, he got a 0 on that one.
Okay, so I'm able to go ahead and, hey, there's no more pain as an aspect on him.
Mm-hmm.
Lee is going to go, can I check you now?
Yeah.
Okay.
He says
I'm going to now go ahead and tag that aspect. I'm going to go ahead and tag that aspect and check him over for first aid purposes.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Okay. Can I go ahead and use clever on this one?
Yeah. Although, it won't be too hard.
Okay, so it's going to be a +5 all told then with the aspect tagged for free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so how bad is he and how much am I able to alleviate it?
Well, he doesn't seem to be too badly injured in terms of his teeth. It seems, just to be a hard enough hit to cause his mouth to start bleeding. He didn't actually knock anything out or anything like that. The more concerning part is the what looks to be plants growing out of his skin.
Oh dear.
I think he has plantitis. No, he doesn't actually say that.
So tell me, where do you get one of these lovely little sackcloths?
Well, you can go over there. And he points over to just a potato field, kind of, just a farm. And he's like, or just anywhere. There's like a tailor, or he just points to a bunch of places where it would be feasible to get a piece of cloth. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Hey, look, I'm sorry. I'm being a little bit flip at the moment. I just realized. How long has this been going on? How long have you been stuck here?
Just like a week.
A week, and it's gotten this far?
Yeah.
Have people had it worse than you?
Yeah. You're new to the Black Garden, aren't you?
Just got here.
Yeah. I suggest going to the tavern.
Okay, yeah.
And get that stuff off of you.
Yeah, way ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a well about?
Yes.
Okie dokie. I'm going to take a look in it before I dive in.
Yeah, in there, you can tell that the water's fairly low, although it probably won't kill you if you jump down. It's just a deep well, and you'd probably have to do climbing to get up.
Oh.
Thankfully, the well is Thankfully, the well is covered, so it hasn't really gotten many pollen garbage in it. So
you would infect the well.
Well, you see, there's the thing about Lee. Lee has a 0 in careful and a 4 in flashy. So what Lee is going to do in this case is walk over to the well, wrap his arm up in the rope of the bucket, and then go ahead and kick the crank to let it go, and he's going to drop straight into the well.
Wow.
Okay.
Because flashy is flashy.
Roll acrobatics. Flashy acrobatics.
That'll be a 6.
Wow. Yeah, this isn't too hard.
I know. I rolled 0 on the dice, but flashy plus roll with it.
Jesus. Okay. Like the biggest thing is that the bucket just falls down to the bottom with a thunk while you're standing in it. You're now soaking wet. But most of the pollen's gotten off of you.
Yeah. Lee's actually going to take the time to get it off of him as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then he's going to climb back out.
Yeah. So you get out. Malvolio, you're being carried by MCA, and all of you have, accrued more and more pollen on you.
By the way,
Pollen
I'm also
is
going to
constantly
bring up
falling,
a bucket
right?
with me.
What?
I'm going to bring up a bucket full of water with me.
Okay, and what did you say, Zombie?
Pollen is constantly falling, right?
Yes, it is constantly snowing pollen.
I'm going to scrape a little bit of pollen off of MCA's shoulder and then flick it into Lee's face. And then watch as the water helps it stick to his body and say, "Good job, numbnuts."
Splash, wash it off the face. Look, go ahead and get some cloth for us so we can all make some covers.
Oh, man. Look, hold on. Lee, look. I don't know what issues you're currently having, but, dressing up in white robes and running around the U.S. is not a good idea.
I was really looking for more of the brown ones. I mean, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Ooh, now, seriously, get us some of this so we can go ahead and use this water to wash you all off.
All right.
I don't intend to be here long enough for this to become a problem.
I like your attitude, little man. Yeah, we gotta deal with this thing, though. All right, come on, over here into this house. We can get some burlap.
All right. What are you making your way over to?
And just near his house because it's snowing deadly pollens, so might as well not be standing out in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you make your way over to? Well, what type of big house are you looking for?
A house that looks like it might have some burlap that we can acquire.
All right. Well, there is a farmhouse, and you can tell that there's potato sacks outside.
Okay.
With the various vegetables in
I'm
it.
gonna steal them.
You just so yeah. I can just imagine her grabbing it and just dumping all the vegetables out on the ground while she just
like
cuts open the.
Yeah, then just like rips up a little hole, pulls it over, wipes off the pollen first, so there's nothing underneath it, and then
Mm-hmm. All right. And so you tear open several sacks and have enough to cover most of you with most of all of y'all with.
I make like a little like baby carrier for Malvolio, so he's like wrapped up like a little loaf of bread.
Oh gosh, is this Death Stranding?
Yes.
I dated this video in the future, everyone.
Okay.
Boom.
Bam.
Death Stranding's already out. It's 2019.
Anyway, but yeah, well, now I can't upload the video until 2019.
Shit.
Yeah, it's fine.
No.
It's fine. Yeah, so okay.
Well, now what?
Well, we have a suggestion. We should probably follow it
Well, what is the suggestion?
to go to the local tavern.
And get hammered.
I
wasn't necessarily saying that, but it would probably help.
Look, some asshole was, driving by with a train when we all got knocked out. As far as I'm concerned, that means that we got to find ourselves, whoever was behind that, beat the shit out of them, and get out of this place.
Man, this is like Age of the Circle. Age of the Necklace, right?
I don't know.
Like King of the Necklace, that trilogy.
Oh yeah, it's
Trilogy.
sort of a fantasy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, probably.
Just awkward silence as a pop culture reference is made, and MCA is like, "Oh, I don't remember saying any of that."
That's right. I don't watch Alan Sanders movies, and that was the one where he played that little person.
Just
He wasn't actually like a hobbit or anything. It was just like just a person of diminished stature from an entire village of people of diminished stature, like going on an adventure.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very weird movie, and there was a number of civil groups that were very upset by what they considered a caricature depiction of them, but it made $1 million and won a ton of Oscars. So like whatever.
Oh, you're talking about Lord of the Flies, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, it's a Lord of the Flies reference.
A town of little people on an island.
That's
Those are all played by Alan Sanders and his friends.
they've used that technique of using the camera really far away and using false perspective.
Oh god.
Okay, so
Edward's gonna start walking over to the tavern.
yeah, the tavern's name is Hero's Last Respite, which is hung up by a single chain.
Yeah.
A chain is on his last respite.
Mhm.
He says as he walks in.
The Hero's Last Respite is held up by a single chain. Oh, how thematic.
Yeah.
Either
I
way,
rip off the sign as I walk in.
wow.
No,
Okay.
I'm carrying it with me as I go in. I'm doing the thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You all burst into this into this tavern, and the music is somewhat bustling and sounds all bardy. It's a cover of a actual pop song that came out recently, and but done with weird traditional bardic type music.
Yeah.
What's the song in 2005? And I'm bringing attractiveness back. There you go.
Sure, why not?
God.
Sung by Alan Sanders. God, the man is just, multi-talented genius.
He doesn't go into music. He's not a music man.
I know. Yeah, as we walk into the thing, MCA just rolls a cigarette in her mouth and throws the sign on the floor.
Everyone looks.
We're looking for whoever's in charge around here.
No one's in charge.
She, spits out the cigarette and cracks her knuckles. That's a bad attitude you're giving me there, buddy. Someone's got, someone brought has been bringing people into this little shithole town of yours, and I want to know who it is.
What makes you say that they know?
She cracks her knuckles. Well, someone better, or else it's going to end real bad for everybody in this room.
You notice all of them have varying levels of the affliction that the other man had, and many of them are unrecognizable. But you do recognize some of them as actual, some of the actual famous people, like rich business people, off the covers of magazines and from the beginning of the race, and some of them are representing different companies.
Yeah, she cries her knuckles and just like, I see an entire room full of rich assholes, and I do not need an excuse to beat the crap out of each and every one of you. So one of you, if y'all don't want to end up in a whole bunch of pieces on the floor, one of you better have some answers.
One of them gets up. He seems to be wearing homemade garb, as if, at some point he lost his actual clothing. He has like a little tie, like the only remnant of his old getup is just a little tie that he's wearing. Dad, okay, no need to get violent here. All right, there's no need to get violent.
She kind of like vision, like, all right, then talk.
All right, well, I'm not the leader here. None of us are. We have no idea what's going on here, and it seems that lady, or whatever the fuck the demon bitch is, brought you in here as well.
Demon bitch?
That lady, the cackling one, the one with crazy hair that looks extremely scarred and knocks you out with weird gas stuff.
And Zia looks at the others. Any of you notice a cackling nightmare witch before we get?
I think I heard some laughing. It's been a while.
Well,
Could have been a pineapple hallucination.
Yeah, Fran goes. Fran goes. Well, that sounds a lot like the serial killer I was talking about before.
All right.
The what? Fran, no one likes you. Shut up.
You're not saying Fran, are you?
No, that was out of character.
Oh, okay.
Shut up, Fran.
Shut up, Meg. Oh,
Punch her.
Yeah, punch her. That's the
that
joke.
Would be a drink come true.
And she says, all right, well, where is this demon bitch?
I don't know. I have no idea. But the closest thing that you can probably think of, that you probably should check, is the mountain.
Right, the one that's puffing out all this pollen. Tell me, how many poor schmucks have gone towards that mountain?
A lot.
And how many come back?
And he just walks over and takes one of the people's drinks out of their hands, chugs it, smashes it on the table, and says, all right, we're going to the mountain.
But I suggest going to the...
I suggest you shut your stupid face.
Okay, well, if you want to die like most of the other ones.
Please go on, sir. I would be very interested in hearing what you have to say.
Okay, then, thank you. You're the only one that hasn't interrupted and threatened violence against me. Aside from the ones that have...
threatened violence?
Aside from the ones that haven't talked.
I haven't threatened.
You haven't talked.
Yeah, yes. He talked to her, but not to him. But yeah, anyway.
Okay. Well, we have a local oracle. Right. And so she's been really helpful.
Malvolio's eyes. Oh, yeah, what's her name? Oh, an oracle,
Her name is Jennifer.
Oh, okay.
What, do you know an oracle from
No.
real life? Okay. Well, either way, she's probably the one that can probably tell you the most about stuff. her muse or whatever has something to do with that. I think. Yeah.
Well, it's better lead than running up a death trap.
How amusing, Malvolio says as he rolls himself out of the room. With no further interaction.
Alright.
Lee, at this point, goes ahead and steals someone's drink, chugs it, and goes, he really needs to work on his delivery, then hops off the table.
MCA looks around for anything else to, dramatically break, and then just shoves the table over. Alright, we're going to the Oracle. Fuck all you bitches.
So,
Lily walks out of the room with her
yeah.
fingers up.
Sonny's gonna grab the sign and go, I'm going to put this back up for you. Goodbye. And slams the door. And I imagine Edward is going to follow behind unless he wants to dramatic break something before he leaves too.
No, he's just gonna follow behind and help set up the sign using his power muse.
Yeah. Well, what Fran does is she sets the sign on the windowsill and then just rips off the chains and goes, use these as weapons.
Okay.
It's probably a good idea, right?
Yeah. Probably.
Wait up, MCA and everyone else.
MCA is just going over and picking up Malvolio as he flops through the street.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was about to say, you said that Malvolio rolled himself out of the room. There's no wheelchair.
No, I meant he rolls himself out of the room.
Jesus. He's just rolling. He's somersaulting out of the room. Well, not somersaulting, but God.
Yeah.
Okay. So
very, very fast break just because we hit the hour mark.
Yeah.
And we're probably not actually going to take a real break. We're just going to break the video. So see you guys in the next part.